A Melbourne man is allegedly holding fast food giant Subway to ransom, saying he will expose their secret quote-unquote recipes on the internet if he's not paid millions of dollars. It's reported former franchisee holder Arun Singhai wants $35 million of hush money.
Really, it's in the court right now, so it has been exaggerated from Subway. It's not the way it has been shown. And
so Mr. Singhal says his dispute with the US fast food company started when Subway failed to provide him with another store location in southeast Melbourne after he was forced to close his franchise in April.
For more, we're joined by a lawyer, Paul Brennan, on the Sunshine Coast, and advertising expert Matthew Bywater in Los Angeles. Good morning to you both. First you, Paul. Mr. Singhal says revealing Subway's secrets is in the interest of Australian consumers' health and well-being. Could he face any criminal charges over the threats?
Over these threats, when you put confidential information up on the internet, it's probably not going to be a criminal offence unless it's a state secret. And I think meatball sub might be up there, but not quite that. But as far as blackmail is concerned, we don't really know the facts of this case. I'm speaking generally. It's unwarranted demand with menaces, unless he thought this was reasonable to do or was a proper way to enforce his claim, which it doesn't sound like, then it sort of ticks a lot of the boxes. But look, the Victorian police will take a very common sense view here that might surprise some of your viewers, and they won't want to deal really with confidentiality and sandwiches. Blackmail for them is more like about salacious photographs of husbands or TV presenters with topless waiters. It's not sandwiches. So, and even if they decided to prosecute, I would have thought that a jury would see this as what it is. It's a distraught man who seems to have lost a lot fighting with a big company and maybe said a few things he shouldn't have.
Yes,
okay.
Although we're all fascinated to know what the secrets are now. Matthew,
a lot of us wouldn't want to know, I would think.
Yeah, actually, you're probably right. Yeah. Matthew, Subway claims Mr. Singhal threatened to reveal false statements about the business that would damage Subway's brand. So this is technically about defending your reputation and your brand, isn't it?
Yeah, correct, Sam. It's something very important to a franchise like Subway. You've got to remember how many countries around the world they're in. And Subway has had some issues here in the United States with some of the ingredients that have come under question. They're actually starting to pull them out. In fact, some ingredients that are not allowed in Europe and in Australia as well. So they've had some issues with that here in the United States. So they are kind of managing that. So it is something there when your whole reputation is built around fresh and safe and healthy. And you've got to be careful how those ingredients play out. Sometimes it's best we don't know what's in our food, but in this case, Subway's probably been a little bit cautious.
But Paul, if every franchisee knows what's in it, you wouldn't expect it to be that secret. It's not like the Coca-Cola recipe that's under lock and key just in Atlanta.
Well, I think this is all about intellectual property, and powers are really, it's very, very powerful protection. So trade secrets are protected, confidentiality, you don't even need to have an agreement, there's copyright, there's all sorts of things for Subway to use, and I think that they have actually gone to court, a person would go to court, get an injunction. But even for your smaller sort of business owners, they get really upset when their crown jewels are taken. The usual situation is that employee will leave with the client list, go to their opposition, and small business owners would really get upset. You see their solicitor or their lawyer running around like a scalded cat to get them in court to get that injunction. So bad news, expensive, about $15,000 for the small business owner.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Jens, for that. Thanks for your advice.